That is coming in right now at this moment, and Shravan is also joining me from the newsroom. Shravan, a big development in this story.
Well, in fact, two important news to be highlighted here. One, with regards to the fact that this is undoubtedly a big setback for the Central Bureau of Investigation, where the court is saying that there isn't enough material to prosecute the former Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, and the Deputy Chief Minister, Manish Sisodia, leaving no other option before the Central Bureau of Investigation to basically move a higher court. In this case, it would be the High Court that we are given to understand that the Central Bureau of Investigation would be making an appeal. Now, also remember, because of the FIR, because of the charge sheet that was filed by the Central Bureau of Investigation, the Enforcement Directorate also had its predicate offence based on that particular FIR, which means that this case falls flat. It has a direct ramification as far as the money laundering angle is concerned, which was being probed by the Enforcement Directorate, and that's where the Enforcement Directorate is essentially indicating right now that they are going to evaluate the order, wait for the steps that have been taken by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and whether at all they will have to basically step in at some point in time, because here the question is about evidence, here the question is about material, and more importantly, the statements that were basically recorded by the Central Bureau of Investigation. If that has been completely sort of disregarded or discarded here, then it's going to be a big trouble for the Central Bureau of Investigation, because even in the High Court, the question that will be asked to the central agency is to why exactly were the statements not really produced, and does it really have an impact there or not?
All right, so does this mean also an action on the CBI officials and also the ED officials?
Not really, given the fact that when it comes to a matter like this, it is about the merits of the case. And if at all the court basically does not find merit in the case, which is exactly what has happened here, it is more to do with the Central Bureau of Investigation as a team, and perhaps go to the higher court and essentially explain the fact that what have they relied upon. Number one, they've relied upon the fact that there are statements that have been recorded. Whose statements are these? These are statements of those who have worked with the Delhi Chief Minister as well as Deputy Chief Minister. The question here is about whether at all changes were made in the liquor policy effectively benefiting, and more importantly, was there a quid pro quo? Because they're largely talking about the corruption case, and the fact that an allegation that was leveled against the Aam Aadmi Party was that the bribes that they allegedly received was actually used for party funds.
All right, Rhythm is also live with us, Executive Editor Legal. Rhythm is also joining us live. Rhythm, today is a big day for the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, they are portraying this more as a political battle victory, apart from being a legal victory. Rhythm, over to you.
Yes. So let's tell our viewers why this case, and this is very clear, like Shravan was telling us, is critical, is because a lot of them had been charge sheeted by the CBI. Today, the CBI's court, the Rose Avenue court, has come down extremely heavily on them. The CBI case was registered on the complaint earlier of the Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena in 2022. The probe agency said the Aam Aadmi Party, its leaders, had received kickbacks from the liquor manufacturers due to manipulation of the policy. In fact, there were several cases that had been seen in this. The ED case had been filed. The PMLA case was there. What followed was a series of arrests of these leaders who were critical at that time and had been criticized as being politically motivated. There was an allegation that it had been a criminal conspiracy hatched by Aam Aadmi Party leaders, including Sisodia and Kejriwal and other people, and this is what the liquor policy really came to be known. These loopholes, the conspiracy, it was said, were there. It was allegedly created, and there were certain loopholes that were there to favor some liquor licenses and conspirators post the tender processes. Now, remember, Arvind Kejriwal spent nearly 156 days in prison. More than 400 days was spent by Manish Sisodia in prison. It was the Supreme Court later that granted them relief. Today is going to be seen as relief coming in for Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, because they've been discharged by the Delhi Rose Avenue Court in the liquor policy case. The court has wrapped the CBI for implicating them without any material. The Special Judge Jitendra Singh of the Rose Avenue Court has discharged Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia in the case. The judge has discharged all 23 accused people in the matter. The court, in very strong words, has wrapped the CBI for lapses in the investigation, said the voluminous charge sheet has many lacunas not supported by any witnesses in this case. I also want to tell our viewers, for context, Sisodia had spent 530 days in prison. Arvind Kejriwal spent 156 days. That was across 2 periods. The judge has said, in absence of fundamental material, without any statement or evidence, attribution to Kejriwal of the controversy cannot be sustained. So let me tell our viewers what the court has said, after which I'll tell our viewers that the CBI is going to be moving a higher court against the Rose Avenue Court's judgment of the special judge, Judge Jitendra Singh. While pronouncing the verdict, the court has said the CBI charge sheet ran into thousands of pages. There was material which did not support any of the witness statements. The judge has therefore said there was misleading averments in the charge sheet. The special judge Jitendra Singh of the Rose Avenue Court has discharged Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia in the case. The judge has discharged all 23 accused in this matter. The court has therefore used very strong words. He has rapped the CBI for lapses in the investigation. There was a voluminous charge sheet filed. The court said it was surprised why the first primary accused was even implicated. On Manish Sisodia, the court has said he was. I'm also right now being told, okay, let me tell our viewers that Mudit Jain, I'm trying to wait and go across and give this to lawyer of Arvind Kejriwal, Mudit Jain, who will be joining us shortly, which I'm being told will happen any moment right now. So I'm just waiting for that. And let me just get a sense about what's really happening on that. But let's also tell you the court has ordered an inquiry against the CBI. And the court has right now also said on Sisodia, who was accused of being the person responsible for formulating the implementation of the liquor policy, the court said there was no evidence showing his involvement and neither was there any recovery. On Arvind Kejriwal, the judge concluded he was implicated without any cogent material, a position which is inconsistent, they said, with the rule of law when it concerns a person who holds a constitutional post. The judge said, in the absence of any fundamental material, without any statement, the attribution to Kejriwal of this alleged conspiracy cannot be sustained. The court has therefore ordered a departmental inquiry against the CBI IO, that is the investigating officer. Like I said, there was senior advocate Rebecca John, who appeared in this case with Vivek Jain for Manish Sisodia. For Arvind Kejriwal, advocate Mudit Jain, who's going to be joining us shortly. Senior advocate N. Hariharan had also appeared for Arvind Kejriwal. And we all remember the excise policy and how it had been framed in Delhi. There was a big controversy about how there had been a big loophole in this entire controversy. What had happened had also been seen. So today is going to be seen as the Delhi court refusing to take cognizance of the CBI charge sheet in the excise scam. This is going to be seen as a big setback for them. The ED has, they said, also the CBI's case in this case will really have to be seen, because the news coming from the Rose Avenue court is that it has for now discharged Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia in this case.
Yeah, Rhythm, sorry to interrupt.